Okay, I'm Geodav, and in this set of videos what we're going to do, or what I'm going to try to do, let's say, is do the first person arms. Okay, it's a subject a lot of people are, I won't say struggling with, but there's different ways and means to do this, and what I'm going to do is try as much as possible to go the UT way. Now, although I say the UT Unreal Tournament 3 way, what we're not going to do is use the Unreal Tournament 3 arms. Okay, if you go onto the web UDM website and go into UT3 modding, you'll find an arms rig that they used for the actual game. Now that's, I say, all well and good, but a big but, it's a bit quirky to work with. I've tried it a few times, helping other people out, and I didn't really enjoy the experience. So what I've done is eventually, sort of like over 2 years later of UDK coming out, I thought I'll try and do it on my own and see how far I get. And this is the sort of workflow I came up with. Okay, so what we're going to do is start off. Well, you might have noticed at the moment I'm using Max 2011. Now, it's not the normal layout. I've reverted it to the Max 2009 layout because I don't like the new one. Okay, so anyway, let's go into open. Now, we don't want to go there. Let's see what I want. Is something that I got many moons ago. Going to make stuff. What we're going to do is going to take the UT3 mail. I'm going to open that. Yep, go to there. Yeah, I know we can't find any of this. Now, any of you that have already done a little bit on the UT character stuff, and if you followed any of my tutorials, you know I always use this thing here. Now, what we're going to do here is basically bodge a rig together. Well, I'm not going to bodge a rig together. I'm going to steal the rig from here and steal the arms mesh and all the rest of it and use that. Now, you might think, what on earth is he doing here? Well, basically what it is that I find when I'm using 3ds Max, I do like to use the biped rig. Now, obviously, there's pros and cons. A lot of people would probably just turn around and say, yeah, we'll go out to Motion Builder, do it in there, or rig up some form of motion caption. There's plenty of ways to do things, but this is a way that I'm going to use. I've already tried it on my game. Didn't work very well. The way things ended up weren't successful, but the actual workflow did work. So that's what we're going to go through. Now, first thing, once we got here, first thing you want to do is right click and choose unhide all. Now you see we get some extra meshes there. Yep. Why is that hanging in there? Don't know. Right, next thing we're going to do is select by name, and eventually all this comes up. Now this is absolutely crud. Display children. There we go. Now we don't want the rocket launcher. Now what I'm doing is just selecting stuff that I don't want to start off with. So torso, head, mask, boots, legs, shoulder pads, the level of detail meshes, and we go OK in there, everything selected, and delete. So now all we got is a load of arms. Okay, this is what we're going to play with. Now, as you can see, I'm just scrubbing the old anim across. Now, one of the other reasons why I'm doing this is so I don't have to skin and rig everything because I'm lazy. Now, we could actually go straight from here and start messing around to make your first person arms rig. But what we don't want, now if we go back into select by name, if we display, expand all. Now what we don't, we're not going to really be bothered at the moment. We're going to keep the biped stuff. Alright, but what we don't need is all these bones, okay, in the B bones. Now what we're going to do is basically cut a lot of this stuff out and go, we don't want them, we don't need them, and this makes things exporting at the end a little bit more complicated for various reasons, but we'll go there and we'll sort that out eventually. Okay, so what we're going to do is anything that is not to do with what we need. Now at the moment I would say B root, going down to the IKs. Do we need the hips to the legs? No. Get rid of that. Do we need spine B? The first spine? No. The second spine? No. Don't need any of that. So, do we need the spine? The top spine? Yes. The claves, the arms, the forearms, all the fingers? Yeah. We need all that. But we don't need the neck. We don't need the head. And right arm, shoulder pad I don't want. If I can find the other shoulder pad. Not really too sure on the arm roll bits, but we'll leave them in for the moment. So we'll just click OK on that and delete them. So all you got, let's just quickly go up here. Now why it doesn't stay on expand all I don't know. Now we're just going to select all the B stuff, well the BIP stuff, he said. There we go. Select that. Hide selected. So this is basically what you've got left. Okay, we might be an idea to. No, we'll leave them in there. Alright. Now, for the moment, let me go in here. Just expand. Why it doesn't bloody stay like that, I don't know. Anyway, right. Yeah, we'll leave all them there. But what we're going to do right now is very quickly select all, apart from the arms. Go up to tools, and if I remember right, there we go. Rename objects, base name. Right. Remove the first 2 digits. Right, now these are all B bones, or what I've since I've been doing this is what I call the B bones. Now if you've got B bones in your scene already, and these are being called B bones as well, you may or may not get some conflict. So what all we're just going to do is rename them. Go on then. Let me just see if it's done this. I clicked it twice, so you fool. There we go. Now, as you can see now, we're on spine 2, left clav, arm, forearm. So we got rid of the B bit, just to save any confusion later. Now, what do we do from here? Well, the first thing I would do from there is go on to unhide all. Now, if we use it at the moment like this, it's not going to be of any use at all, because the arms are going to be pointing the wrong way and it's going to be way too far up. How do I know? Experience. Okay, I won't say trial and error. There was on the UT3 forum, people trying to do this quite a lot. One of the guys got most of the way to it, but as I say, with the old arms rig, it was extremely awkward to do it well. I won't say do it properly, but to do it well. We did manage, and in a few cases, but to actually do extra anims for different weapons and things like that, it got a little bit awkward. But that's what we're going to do here. Now, so that the videos don't go on and on and on, basically I'll stop this video here, prep the next one, record it, and carry on like that, just so that we don't have too much going on in a wanna and you don't have to go scrolling through everything. So this is just purely the base setup, starting off, taking the mesh, or getting the mesh, getting the rig sorted out, everything skinned up. As you can see, yeah, that still all works, and we'll just leave it at that for the moment. Okay, next one we'll come in and I'll actually show you what sort of positioning you need to set up to start off with, before we then go on to doing things like bringing the weapon in, doing animations for the weapons and things like that. Okay then, so we'll leave it at that, and I'll see you soon. Come on, there we go. Stop.